Right. Hello everyone, it's me, Spurs Rail 96, and welcome to what will be the final Train Sim World free live stream of 2022, and what a better time to do it just in time before the big day itself, Christmas and New Year, because that's a pretty big event as well. So I thought for today's stream, appropriately, we're going to take a look at the Arosa line, specifically the expansion pack that comes with it, the Arosa line RHB Anniversary Collection. It comes with a stack load of new liveries for the GE442 electric locomotive, so you've got one in Chur Disentis livery, one in Annie, that livery, Beaver Skule, Bernina, Chur Arosa, and I think we'll do that one. And no surprise what service I'm going to be doing, if I can find it. The 20:59 PM Christmas themed passenger service from Chur to Arosa. Put it on custom weather. Set the snow to maximum. I was gonna have a bit of perception going, so we have a bit of snow falling, but to be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the wipers audio going on constantly in my head, but hey ho. Anyway, I'll say hello to Alfie. Hey, how are you? Yeah, it's pretty exciting, all the new Train Sim World free stuff, but whether that excitement will be will meet our expectations when the real things come out, that remains to be seen. So, what we have to do is drive this festive themed passenger service from Chur to Arosa. And the first port of call is to unlock the doors and set this electric locomotive up, ready to rock and roll. Okay, put the reverser to forward, rear view mirror on, instrument lights, or the instrument light dimmer and the timetable light dimmer to maximum. Headlights should be on 2, I think. Well, 2 will do, and the rear lights to 1. That's just a guess. I don't know the actual what the correct lighting configuration should be, but then again, it's a Christmas themed service, so I don't think they have an official classification for a Christmas themed passenger service. Right, that seems all tickety boo. What shall I do? I do need to go to the rear locomotive and switch on the lights and the twinkle. There we are. Look at that! That'll cheer the passengers up. They look a bit, not very festive. They look bored out of their minds. That will no longer be the case. Not when I'm driving. Right, the first stop is Kurstadt. I'm not bothered about what time, and if we make it on time, I'm just more worried about completing the service. And as always, I do forget to do one crucial thing: turn on the motion blur. There's the livery, Chur Arosa, 100 years. So we've got 2 normal coaches, or 3 normal coaches. The observation coach covered in Christmas lights, and another GE442 locomotive at the back, presumably providing us assistance, or some sort of banking role, if you like, or helper role, as is said on Sandpatch Grade and what's the other one? Mains Buzzard Barn. They have banking locomotives to assist steep trains up tough gradients. Also, the RHB Anniversary Pack comes with not just additional services that concerns the festive period, but also freight services as well. You can do freight services hauling logs up and down the line, be it empty or loaded. They are timber wagons. So we're on the streets of Chur. Just making sure the traffic is at a halt. Seems to be the case. Bobby, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Alpha, I'm getting this game for Christmas. Oh, you mean the RHP anniversary pack, or do you mean the actual game itself, Train Sim World, or the Arosa line? It's like you need a game, and then you need an add-on, and then another add-on. And at times can be quite confusing. So many add-ons. Apply the brakes. That will do. Scooby-Doo. Let's unlock the doors. I'm surprised the passengers aren't wearing any wintry clothes. I mean, we are in the Swiss mountains, which is probably in the temperature range would be in the minus degrees Celsius I'm talking about. No, I mean, where's your gloves and hats and scarves and coats and I don't know. I imagine the heating is on the in the coaches. I mean, the observation coach. Imagine being in an observation coach at this time of year. Whoa, freezing. But then again, it might be quite warm in Switzerland. I'm not entirely sure. Let's lock the doors. Right, let's rock and roll. So the first location we got to go via is Untersachs Line 1, which is just over 4 kilometers away. I purposely chose this particular service. There are two Christmas services, one going from Chur to Arosa, Arosa to Chur. I purposely chose this service because it's easier for me driving. I don't have to worry about the braking side of things when the gradients are incredibly steep. I think the steepest in the game. I think it's like, what was it, 5.5%, 6%? Yeah, just a tad steep. I'm hoping in this stream to complete just this one service. I mean, it takes quite a while anyway. I mean, the speed limits are pretty low, I think. Well, on the street running, it's like 20 to 25 or 30 kilometers per hour, and then in the mountains it mainly stays at 30-ish. Whether we will encounter any additional AI traffic, I have no idea. I mean, it's not exactly the busiest timetable. I mean, it's mostly single track going up and down the mountain, or the mountains I should say. It's quite an elevation in feet. I'm not sure of the exact number, but it's definitely, I think it's 1,000 meters above sea level, so yeah, quite high up. Definitely not my kind of route, because if I was to go in real life, I'd be terrified. I'll look over the edge and I'll panic, because I'm scared of heights. Really, it's one of my biggest fears, heights. Oh, you mean the actual game itself, Alfie? Oh, fair enough. Hey Liam, hope you're well. A road rage incident. Oh, that's what we'd like to hear. The most festive and warm and what is it? Festive and happiest time of year. Well, that's how Christmases tend to be portrayed as. Time to come together and with your families and put a smile on your face. Already the grades have increased to 2.3%. That's steep enough. Alfie is getting the Birmingham Cross City and Bahnstrecke Bremen to Oldenburg. Oh, very nice. I'm sure you'll have lots of fun, be it scenario services, scenario and livery creations. I was tempted to purchase Birmingham Cross City. Indication today as I fired up the PlayStation that it was on the discount. I thought, ooh, a discount. Oh, that sounds interesting. The reason why is because I was given not too long back from my birthday a £20 PlayStation gift card, and I haven't used any of it up yet. Just waiting for something on my wish list to pop up with a discount, and I saw Birmingham Cross City with a discount, and I'm thinking, it's on my wish list, it's got a discount, I better check it out. And then when I looked at the DLC, it was only 10% off at what was it, £26, and I'm like, that's not good. It's a bit cheaper, but it's not cheap enough. It needs to be a hell of a lot more cheaper if it can fit into my gift card. But never mind. If I get, say, a bit of money for Christmas or something, or New Year, I might get it, but yeah. Personally, I don't need the newest of the new stuff right now. I think the last DLC I picked up in terms of new DLC was what was it? The Dispalock BR182 and the Railhead Treatment Train Class 66. I brought them individually rather than combined into, what was it, a 3 loco pack, because before the add-on released, the main locomotive I was looking forward to was the Santa Fe F7, because I quite like the F7 in Train Sim World, and I reckoned, I was rubbing my hands together with glee and looking at the screenshots of it, the exterior, maybe not the interior as much because it's predominantly the same as the Clinchfield F7. And it looked fantastic, and I was like, wow, this looks really, really cool. It's something old, it's right up my street, it's in a fascinating, war bonnet livery of Santa Fe, and I really liked it. But then I found out what its intended use was for Cajon Pass. Really disappointed me. It was doing freight services, which looked a bit out of place. I thought maybe some heritage runs with some coaches or something, just going up and down the line. Yeah, it wouldn't be most. It's not exactly a passenger route, Cajon Pass, but either way, it'd be nice to see something different with a heritage-like kind of theme, or like a rail tour or something like that. But sadly, it wasn't to be the case. If it came with some sort of old school freight cars, I would have brought it, but the fact it didn't really offer much. It added a few additional services, but using licensed BNSF wagons, it looked a bit out of place for me, so I didn't bother buying it. Hence why I brought the two other locomotives separately. It saved me £1, £1. We're just over 1 kilometre from Untersachs, line 1. Alfie, do you like the Class 701? Class 701. I'll have to look that up. Hang on. I can't remember what it looks like. Uh, 701. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. Built by Bombardier Transportation for the Southwestern Railway. I don't know really. I don't like the front end of it for starters. It looks a bit. But I suppose the pictures I'm looking at it in now are in Southwestern Railway livery, and I don't like the new Southwestern Railway livery. I think it looks a bit dull compared to its previous liveries they've done. You know, they were more colourful and kind of out there in your face, and it certainly looked striking and caught your eye, whether you're a rail fan or not. Class 701, I don't know much about it. I don't know how it drives, what technology it has on board and all this kind of stuff, but will it be good in the game? I suppose any new multiple unit is a plus, isn't it? So yeah, I suppose I'd take it for the game, but I don't have much thought about it really. You'd think that I do train content on this game on a regular basis. You think I'd know the ins and outs of the train world, but really I don't know. I don't know much about it. I know there's some here and there, but I don't know everything about trains. Really, I don't. Right, about to go via Untersachs, line number 1. Well, there's only one line, unless it's a passing loop. It is indeed. Not sure how many stations we have to stop at actually. I didn't look up before we started. More than one, that's for sure. Okay, the second stop of the journey will be Lune Castile, platform 2, just under 2.5 kilometers away. Lovely jabbly. I'm going to tuck into a what am I on about? I've had dinner. I'm going to have a drink. That's what I was about to say. Tea mixed with whiskey. Lovely. I usually have alcohol options. I often have is either anything to do with cider. Favourite ones have got to be Copperberg ciders, mixed fruit ones in particular, and Jack Daniels. But there are quite a few different types of Jack Daniels. There's a normal one, there's like a super hot one, but there's a honey one, and I love the honey flavoured one. But I couldn't get any of those today, so found some Scotch whiskey and I thought pour a bit of it into a cup of tea, which a friend of mine recommended I try down at the local dance studio. He said, hey, you should try this. It's what the Northerners apparently used to have, or maybe still do have, with tea, so I thought, okay, I'll try it. And yeah, certainly feel the taste of the alcohol rather than the tea, but hey, I suppose it's better than Coke. Have it with Coke. Alfie is also getting an Oculus Quest 2 for Christmas as well. Very nice. And Alfie might also try and ride the Class 701 to London Waterloo when it arrives. Well, as if it even if it arrives. I'm sure it will arrive. Blimey, yeah, that depends when the rail network gets back to a normal timetable with the amount of strike action going on, and blimey. I was originally going to take the train to go to London for New Year's, but that didn't happen. The moment I heard there was going to be some rail strikes in Christmas, New Year period, I thought, no, stuff it. We're not taking the train. As much as I would love to, and my mum certainly would love to. Travel in some comfort for a change, albeit on the late side. But no, the car, it will be our choice of transport. Right, we are approaching Lune Castile. Just a few twists and turns, and then we will reach the station. Liam, every year I get a broken drum for Christmas. You just can't beat it. Oh dear. Very good, very good. Cross the bridge, the smallest of bridges. Was that even a bridge? It looked like a steel structure of a bridge, didn't it? It's quite good to see how far River Games have come with this, with their excuse me, scenery design. They've certainly stepped up their game. I mean, when this came out, the mountains and, you know, the placement of the trees, in some areas it looked good, but in some areas it just looked horrendous. But now, you know, they had a bit of a hand in the Cathcart Circle Line. That was pretty good. They're obviously designing another Scottish route. Oh, we're too early coming off the path. Oh no! Oh, what happened? No! Oh. Oh, it derailed. Well, how did that happen? Oh. Oh, well, I better try again. Oh, what a shame. Oh. It's ruined it. Oh, what a shame. That's put me down a bit now. Oh, what a shame. Drat. Never mind. This game, honestly. Sometimes it looks fun, but in reality it really isn't. Gaming, who invented it? Right, let's get in the rear camera again and turn on the lights. We didn't even make the second stop of the journey, and it already derailed. How did it even derail? Was it putting too much power down on the slippery rails and it just couldn't handle it and derailed? I've no idea. Alright, let's go. Again. Just going to check everything's in the right place. Switches wise, yeah. Yeah. Off we go again. Second time lucky. Liam, every day I've had some drinks. Vodka, gin, Bailey's, whiskey, bloody hell. Struth. You clearly like a drink. Hope you didn't drink today. Well, you can drink now, of course, but I hope you didn't drink when you were out and about driving. I mean, I like a drink, don't get me wrong, but I don't drink that much. Right, let's cross this junction. Road junction, that is. I can't remember what the collectibles are on this route. One of them is route maps, some toys, I think. Not Christmas toys, I think Ibex toys, or little reindeer like toys, or deers, or whatever they are. I can't remember what the other one was. Was it like newspapers or something? I can't remember. I don't know. Liam finish with water, of course. Oh, brake. Oh god, I'm using the wrong brake. It's all going wrong. It's turning into a disaster. Ah. How far? Well, the observation coach, I think, is right next to the tiny platform. So I think we're doing okay. Right, let's go, rock and roll. Right, let's go via Untersachs line 1 again. Aye, aye, aye. I'm always interested what this little screen does here. I thought it was like a destination display or something like that, but obviously this locomotive didn't have or wasn't implemented with destination displays when it was made in the, was it the 70s, 80s? So then, what's the plan for Christmas for you all? Have you got family coming round to your place for the big day, or are you going to whoever's hosting Christmas? We're hosting this year. And then for New Year's, it'll be the opposite. My mum's sister and my cousin will be hosting us for New Year. Well, that's the plan. There's a shed on the left. Looks to be the shed of these locomotives. I'm surprised there's no services that does some God, I can't get me words out. Does any services that concerns, you know, putting the locomotives to sleep, so to speak. Right, I might as well say the usual YouTube shenanigans in every stream I do. And that is, if you'd enjoyed this stream, regardless if you're in the Christmas spirit or not, then I'd really appreciate it if you would give it the thumbs up, hit the like button below, and if you are watching for the first time, either live or on playback, then I would very appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel. The next stream, I don't know when the next stream is actually, date-wise. I've no idea. But I do know what the next piece of content I will be focusing on, streaming-wise, and that is my first proper look at the upgraded island line with the BR class 48. Is it 484 or 384? I think it's 484, isn't it? Yeah, with the 484. I remember purchasing it and I was quite looking forward to it, and I did the tutorial of it, and then I haven't touched it really since. So I'll be looking forward to having a go on that. Three and a half. What's also quite good about the throttle wheel is that obviously it's a throttle and a braking wheel as well. Depending on the gradient, it can also act as a speed selector. It's not very useful when going downhill at grades of over 6%, but certainly when you're going up a grade of 6%, yeah, it's quite useful, quite handy, quite easy driving wise. Liam, did you not realise the amount of trouble you had when you were streaming an America route when Train Sim Mode 3 was coming out? Yes, it was also in these conditions. I have good memory. In the snow? Really? Oh, I can't remember that. Must have been a very long time ago. Which stream was that, Liam? Just trying to think. American route when Train Sim Mode 3 was coming out and it was in these conditions. Well, it wouldn't have been Sherman Hill, and it definitely wouldn't have been Cane Creek. And it certainly wasn't the previous stream, the ST40, because I failed partially down to, well, me. I got the braking distance wrong, and I braked too late and hit a red signal. That was like misty / cloudy, sunny conditions. It wasn't anything like as snowy as this. The northeast corridor, maybe? Could be, not too sure. Train Master, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you're well. Liam is hosting this year. That's £1,000. Jeez. Must have a big family. Hope that's not just the Christmas food. Hope that's presents and decorations and cards and what else? Wrapping paper. Liam, it was the Long Island Railroad. Did I really do it in snowy conditions? Struggling to remember. Oh, I must have. I'll take your word for it. I'll have to look back. I'm just thinking. Well, it was a pretty long stream, if I recall, because I did the M7. I did a run in the M7 and a run in the M3 on Long Island Railroad. So, I'll have to take a look at it. Train master, a nice train ride in. So yeah, isn't a lovely, calm, quaint train ride in Switzerland, in the winter wonderland that is the Arosa line. I'll do a free camera, get a sense of what you're seeing, what I'm driving. We've got the Christmas service, so you'll see very shortly the observation coach covered in Christmas lights. Also, you may have heard Christmas music going on. Not licensed, not actual like Christmas soundtracks from any artists or anything like that. Not famous ones anyway. Right, we're about to go via Untersachs. Sonai SSE Run Jog IK. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Why is he on Train Sim World 2? I'm not on Train Sim World 2. I am on Train Sim World 3. This is a route and DLC that came to Train Sim World 2, but you can play it as well on Train Sim World 3. Blimey, Liam. Where'd you find that amount of money to do that? I wouldn't even bothered if the prices were going to be that much. Wouldn't have battered an eyelid for it. No chance. Right, about to go via Untersachs line 1 yet again. There we are. Right, let's hope we can stop at this station this time. Lune Castile, platform 2. That's the aim. That's the next target. It's not the longest route. It may feel like a long journey because of how slow we're going. I think it's what, 13, 14 miles? Very good, Liam. Well paid. Hiring as well. We'll be a bit late hiring now, won't it? One day before Christmas Day. Unless you hire them on Boxing Day, like to clear all of the presents, you know, being unwrapped and all that stuff. Paper and cardboard boxes and sellotape and gaffer tape and etc. From all the presents. Just under 2 kilometers to go until Lune Castile. Hopefully we get there this time. That's where we are. That's Lune Castile. Near enough halfway. I'd say there is like halfway. I love these rocks that are covered in the snow. This rocky landscape here. These mountains. You know, when they've just got little trickles of snow on them. It looks really nice. I'm glad you don't strike. That's a first. I think I've lost count how many things have striked and or will be striking and all this stuff. Just 1 kilometre to go, or just over 1 kilometre to go until Lun Castile. Lovely. I enjoyed that. That's very nice. Lovely cup of tea with a bit of whiskey thrown into the mix. So let me give you some little statistics on what we're driving today. So obviously what we are driving is a very old locomotive. That is the GE 442 electric locomotive. It was built by SLM and BBC between 1973 and 1984. It was built on those years, I should say. 23 were built. It's a Bobo locomotive. Weighs about 50 tons. In terms of its performance figures, it has a power output of 2,210 horsepower. Pretty powerful. And its maximum speed apparently is 90 kilometers per hour or 56 miles per hour. It's operated exclusively by the RHB railway. And all of them are still in service to this day, albeit one will be preserved in the future. And the class is so named because it was the second class of locomotives of the Swiss locomotive and railcar classification type GE44 to be acquired by the RHB railway. Apparently. It's quite a unique locomotive. I do like the interior. I mean, especially those dials there on the right. Very old school. Makes me think of a 1930s clock for some reason. Alright, here's the station. Can we make it this time? I'm pretty sure we will. Yay, we've made it. Now we got to stop. Off the power. There we go, nice and easy. We're way ahead of schedule. Even better. Yeah, awesome. Yay, we made it. That's only the second stop. Alright, here we are at Lun Castile. It's a nice park bench. Just, if this was in real life, it would look absolutely fantastic. Sadly, in the game, it does not look absolutely fantastic. What you're looking at is essentially some Play-Doh with some 2D trees painted on top. This is the station. Nice clock, got a ticket machine, another bench. Benches are a clear theme here. You've got a junction switch. The Arosa line map. These are the stations: Lun, Castile, St. Peter Molinis, Peist or Priest, Langweiser, Litzaruti, and Arosa line. It's playing a proper tune, isn't it? Passengers are loving it, as you can tell. They're probably so fed up with it. Oh well, let them suffer. Let them suffer permanent Christmas joy. Anyway, this is the livery. 1914 to 2014, 100 years of the Chur to Arosa railway, and there's the Langweiser viaduct, which we will be going over. I think the viaduct for the RHB anniversary pack has actually got some Christmas lights on it. And if you haven't picked up this pack, I think it's a damn sight better than the was it Holiday Express Elf pack. It adds something to the route, it adds additional services, not just Christmas themed, but freight services as well. The scenarios are pretty interesting, especially the festive ones. Very, very interesting, and a lot of festive fun filled to the rim. It's a nice badge there, never noticed that. It's a nice little poster. Even comes with a tutorial as well, because why not? Are we waiting for a train to come down? I presume so. Or maybe not, maybe we're just waiting for the sake of it. No, there's no train on this loop at this station. Seems we have a complete clear path all the way. Oh no, there's a train there. Okay, but it's quite a bit far away. But we will encounter that in the latter stages of the journey. Right, let's rock and roll. Right, the next stop is Langweis. I think that's how you say it correctly. I may be wrong. Anyway, the station is just over 7 kilometers away. Let's increase the power a bit more. There we are. Earlier, somebody that I'm talking to says that Amtrak Power Car 2023 in the Train Sim Mode free picture isn't real. How is it not real? I don't know where you got that from. Whoever you're talking to must I don't know, maybe maybe had a bit too much to drink, maybe, but I don't know how you could justify it isn't real. I mean, it is a work in progress screenshot of the Amtrak Acela, so maybe maybe it needs a bit more touching up on the exterior. I mean, we haven't even seen the coaches or the interior of the Acela, well, the in-game version, that is. So I'm struggling to think of reasons why it wouldn't be real. I mean, well, it is real, it's legit, it's there, it's in the game. Maybe it's not 110% accurate, but it is an in-game development screenshot. It's work in progress, so it's not, you know, final product ticked off, ready to be shipped out to customers. So I'm sure when we get a date of when it's going to come out, I'm pretty sure it will look substantially, different. Maybe the weathering of it may be different. Maybe I don't know, the placement of the text of the word Acela maybe in a slightly different position, maybe slightly, I don't know, out of place, or maybe the logo is too pixelated, or I don't know. Yeah. But my goodness me, I'm looking forward to getting that. Oh, you've no idea. I have been waiting for that train for so long. Well, many people have, but my excitement. Oh, I just cannot. I can just imagine it when I play it for the first time. I will squeak with joy. I'll tell you, when I fire it up for the first time and do a tutorial on it, oh, I would be so excited. My mum will probably come into the bedroom and think like, have Spurs scored a goal or something? Have they just won in the last minute? Or have they beaten Arsenal or something? I'm like, no, it's just a DLC on a game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it immensely. I hope Dovetail do a decent job of it. I think they will. They did a pretty decent job with Boston Sprinter, and particularly the ACS 64. They really went to town with that. The physics was different. Certainly the sounds was not completely different, but I think the sounds were a little bit more refined. And obviously the graphics of the locomotives, yeah, they're going to look pretty juicy. New York Islanders, hey, how are you? Merry Christmas to you too. Hope you're well. I know that the US is currently going through well, certainly their own rendition of what it will truly be a white Christmas. A lot of cold temperatures and a lot of snow being poured onto the US of A at the moment, which to some degree is quite good, because then, you know, it brings out that Christmassy feeling, I suppose, for the younger generation, that, oh, we might have a white Christmas or something. But then again, for people just trying to do their, you know, preparations for Christmas, you know, going to the shops to get things, food, gifts, other things, or, you know, even going to work or visiting family, yeah, it's a bit of a nightmare. I mean, I experienced it myself personally when when we had snow here. In this country. There's a nice house there on the right. Pretty sure it's not a house, maybe it's a... imagine that maybe a museum or something. It's in a very nicely placed position. If it was a house, I would like the view of it, but I wouldn't like it if it's in a pretty precarious spot, that close to the edge. The station Langvise is exactly 4.5 kilometers away. And we're due in at 21:44. I imagine we will arrive slightly earlier than that. A couple of minutes early. Right, we're coming up to another station about to pass through. That station in question is St. Peter Molyneux. I was going to ask all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen a question. I can't remember what it was. Something to do with Christmas and Train Sim World. What was it? Oh yeah. Have any of you taken part in this? What was it? This 12 days of Christmas thing that Dovetail are doing? Like, what is it? Where you can win a Hornby train set or Train Sim World free and a few DLCs if you're choosing. And also there's like a mastery challenge, I think, as well to take part in. Like if you do a certain amount of mileage or something, or complete this set of challenges, you get Christmas decals. And I think the final one is like what, a Christmas decorations in the training centre. Have any of you taken part in that? I haven't personally. Well, I have taken part in it because, you know, just playing the game means you complete challenges, but I'm not really interested in it. It's a nice idea. Keeps people playing the game. Yeah, no pressure, Dovetail, indeed, yeah. I hope they do a solid job with the cellar. I'm pretty sure they can do a solid job on it. I mean, some locomotives have done a pretty good job with loco add-ons in the past. The DBBR 101 definitely is a standout. Maybe the Class 313 for East Coastway. Oh, we got a... that's a red signal. Yes, it is. What a terrible time to stop. Put on the brakes. Why there? Why do we have to stop on this gradient? You've got to be having a laugh, aren't you? Why? Let me guess, it's the other passenger service. It is indeed. Good grief. Just travelled down the mountain quicker than I thought. This is going to be a challenge. Why, oh why do we have to stop on a 6% uphill gradient? No, 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 1,000 no's. Where is the red signal? Presume this must be it. I don't know much about Swiss signalling. I presume it's familiar in some aspects to the German signalling. That's not the signal though. Which one is it? Is it any of these? Can that be it? I don't know. I'm worried we might derail again. I could go a little bit closer. Maybe I should. I think I'll give it a try. No. That's it, slowly. That's it. Nice and steady. I think 10 will, what will be 9.5 kilometers an hour. Nice and steady. Just afraid of derailing, that's why. Right, we'll just have to park it here for a second till we be given clearance to proceed to Langweis. I think we'll stop here for a second. There we are. Right, we'll just wait until the train comes down. We'll see it very shortly. I mean, imagine trying to do this surface going downhill. I'll be out of control. Liam, I'm expecting 6 Hornby train sets at 5 locos. Yeah. I wish. Then again, what would I do with 5 Hornby train sets and 5 locos? I wouldn't know where to put them. I'll probably just put them in the attic like I've done with the other one. Like the one I have. Transit boy. Hey, hope you're well. Have you seen the World Cup? I did watch the World Cup. If you did, what would you rate it as? As a spectacle for the neutral, I mean, I haven't... How many World Cups have I seen? 2002 and 2006, I don't think I watched the World Cup. I was a bit too young to remember any memories. 2010, I watched a bit of it then. 2014 and 2018. I liked 2018 World Cup. Found that quite fun. The 2022 World Cup, how would I rate it as? A 7 or an 8 out of 10. I can't say every game I watched at the World Cup was thrilled with excitement, but there was some definite good games. I mean, the Japanese, when they played Spain and Germany, they were quite good games. I remember I watched a game when Spain played, what was it? What was the team? Costa Rica, and they crushed them 7-0. I found that quite entertaining. I didn't watch England's first game versus Iran. I wasn't able to watch that. Watched him against the USA, and it was, yeah, pretty bad. The last 16 against Senegal, that was obviously quite enjoyable because we won. England won. The other game against France was a disaster. Yeah, there were some games that were good. There were some games that were not so good. I mean, the World Cup final, people are saying it's the most exciting World Cup final. I mean, for 70 minutes, it was a bit of a ball fest, to be honest. But then again, it came to life in the latter stages, and then extra time was an absolute thrill. And then, of course, Argentina won on penalties. So, mixed, I think. I'll have to give the 2022 World Cup I think a 7.5 out of 10 is fair enough. Is it the best World Cup? For me personally, not. No. I think the previous rendition of the World Cup was, I don't know, I think the games I watched were just far more exciting. Yes, there was I think the 2022 World Cup had a bit of unpredictability about it, particularly in the beginning. Who would have thought that Saudi Arabia would be the only team that would beat Argentina in the whole tournament, or Morocco, or what other team? Japan, yeah. I don't know. I just think that the 2018 World Cup was I don't know, just a bit more better quality, I think, but that's just my view. Anyway, we're just over 1.5 kilometers away from Lagvise. Ben Davis, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. I certainly am, Ben Davis, thank you. I'm having a great Christmas. Well, the big day itself obviously hasn't started, but the run-up to it has been, so far, pretty smooth and quite enjoyable. To a degree. There's another tool. That's another house, isn't it? Or a lodge or something, hotel. Perched pretty high up on that hill there. And I felt sorry for Ronaldo leaving, but the way he just walked off, that's saying well done to Morocco, well done to the players. Lost my respect, so I was pleased with Messi. Oh yeah, I mean Ronaldo. I mean I've never liked him as such. I've never been a fan of him. He's had his time, and obviously he hasn't taken it very well. He's been incredibly childish, I think. What really done it for me was ever since the 2022-23 season began, he's just been in a terribly stroppy mood, and I think his lack of professionalism was just shocking at times, not just for club level but international level. And yeah, his career ends effectively, well, internationally certainly, with no World Cup. He's got a European Championship, but yeah, I think for any discussions of who is better, Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, Ronaldo may stake a claim in that. You know, he's got more trophies in the club game, like more, was it Champions Leagues or something like that, or... But I think as far as professionalism is concerned, and certainly on the international stage, Lionel Messi has absolutely trounced him, and I think Messi is I think technically better than Ronaldo. It's weird. Some of the games I see Messi play, he's always at his best. Even when he doesn't score goals, he always tries his utmost best, you know, to help the team win, be that club level, international level. He always puts a shift in every time I see him. So yeah, give credit to him. He deserves it. Alright, here is Langweis. Station just before the Langweis viaduct itself. There we go. Well, let's unlock the doors. Not like anyone's going to get on or off. This is Langweis. Similar station architecture. I love these very Gothic or Elizabethan era writing on the wall on this building here. I like it very much. There's the viaduct, covered in Christmas lights. Sadly, they do not flash like the Christmas lights in the observation coach, but hey, it's nice to see them on anyway. Transit Boy, I'll rate it like an 8 out of 5. 8.5. Oh, fair enough. And the ref was reffing the France-England game. Apparently it's been called a French fan Google. Yeah, I mean, some of the decisions were terrible, but there we are. I suppose it's cost his reputation in the end. Right, let's get going. The next stop is Lizzeruti. It's just under 2.5 kilometers away. Don't go too fast. About to go across the viaduct. Let's take a look at it. It's a big old viaduct. That's a big old drop too. Whoop. Don't break on me, game. I want to see it. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. Even though this route isn't exactly the prettiest of routes, it's not a bad view. Under 2 kilometers to go now until Litsaruti. Well, it's difficult to say if it's accurately the mileage is accurate because obviously it twists and turns its way through the mountains. Litsaruti is there. I think we have another stop right there or something. Oh no, that's not it. And then that's the final stop there. I know there's quite an interesting little gimmick with the Arosa line with its signalling. I know there's like a little panel you can open up and like manually, I think, confirm to the signalling system that, you know, the train is ready to go and you're ready to depart said station you're at. Personally, I've never used that little feature. I know it was quite well received by people when the Arosa line first came out. I'll have to see if I can find that little cabinet. I think it's on some stations. It's not at every station, I don't think, but hey ho. Got a 30 kilometer per hour speed limit, not too far ahead. And before that, we've got the station of Litsaruti to contend with. Liam, a 50 pence coin has been released with the king on it, apparently. Oh, really? I know, well, all the money we have will have to be, will eventually have the king's side head profile on it, be it what, pound coins, 50 pence, 1p, 2p, I think, I don't know. Maybe the new £10 notes or something like that. I'm not too sure. A £5 note maybe. I'm not sure of a £20 note, but I know his head would have to eventually be put on some money. Around the corner we go. There is Litsaruti. And that will do. Let's unlock the doors. So this is Litsaruti. Probably holds the title of being the steepest train station in the game. Like the texture on the observation coach, a lot of scratches, a lot of wear and tear. This is the, I presume, like the coach for luggage or bikes. Look at that, it's for bicycles. And for disabled people. That's nice. Never thought about having a look inside. Oh, look at that little chair. Cute little chair. It's quite a loud bit of music that plays from the observation coach, isn't it? You can certainly hear it. Probably drive you mad if you're driving in the opposite direction, hearing that music constantly. But then again, you can just turn it off and leave the lights on. Liam, has just been announced by Amazon Prime that my earpipe home Casino Qatar has not been delivered till 5th January 2023. I'm sorry to hear that. I presume you were planning to hopefully get it delivered before Christmas, or at least before the New Year. As long as you get it, that's all that matters. Right, let's rock and roll. Whoop, there we go. Right, the next location we have to go via is that location. I'm not going to pronounce it because I'm going to make a mess of it. I'm going to make a balls of it. Going to get that name horribly wrong. That's the location we're going to go via. I swear there's one more stop in this section. Maybe there isn't. I might be wrong. Let me just check. No, it's not to be. Liam, hope them passengers like the bells. Yeah, hope they like Christmas music. Especially the soundtrack that's being played continuously over and over again must drive them mad. But then again, they must be mad because they're not wearing hats and scarves and gloves or coats or anything like that, which I'm surprised Dovetail haven't done, to be honest. Maybe they have on the newer routes, like Castle Würzburg or Bremen-Oldenburg or Birmingham or Southeastern, but maybe the new passenger clothing that was introduced in Train Sim World 3, or more varied clothing I should say in Train Sim World 3, hasn't been replicated in the older routes of the past. That's a long curve. about to go via this location. I'm going to try and pronounce it Haspel Gruber or something like that. Probably nothing like that. Because it's not a station, I hardly say it. I didn't say in my... didn't mention it at all, did I? In some videos I did of the Arosa line a year ago. So I don't really know if that's the correct pronunciation or not. Some stations I do, but some stations I don't. Even on British routes I sometimes get pronunciations wrong. Go. Right, the next and final stop is Arosa. I'll be very relieved just to make it to the end, because I was a bit worried as to if I'd even complete a journey in the snow on, the steep gradients that the Arosa line presents. But yeah, nearly there. First time I somehow managed to derail it, but I think that was because I applied too much power and on slippery rails somehow derailed the train. Thankfully, touch wood, we're not there yet. That won't be the case. Let's increase the power once more to 3.5. Just over 1 kilometer to go until Arosa. We will have reached the very top, the summit of the Arosa line. I'm just going to look at some little stats of the Chur to Arosa railway. It's also known as the Arosa Bahn or the Arosa Bahn. Since 1942 it's been integrated into the Ratisha Bahn railway network. The name of the former company is still used as a name for the line to this day. It's just under 16 miles long actually. It's obviously narrow gauge, the first narrow gauge route in train sim world. Its electrification is a 11 kV 16.7 Hz AC overhead electrification system, and now it's 2004 VDC, well, it was until 1997. Quite interesting. Very interesting indeed. There's Arosa, there's the town of it in the distance. So near yet so far. Joe Muller, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you're well. Joe, did you try to play Train Sim World 2020 on PS5? Oh. Got to respond to the signal system. Otherwise, emergency brakes will apply, and then we'll be stranded in a dark tunnel. Not what I want. Anyway, what was the question by Joe Muller? Did you try to play Train Sim World 2020 on PS5? I asked because NEC New Yorkers for Train Sim World 2020 only. Yeah, I've played Train Sim World 2020 on PS5 and haven't had any hiccups. Let's come off the part. I've just got to concentrate for a second. Oh, there's another train with a different livery. A 125 anniversary livery. I'm braking way too late. Should do. Surely. No? Maybe not. That should do it. Joe, did you know that Letitia Barn holds the world record for the longest passenger train? No, I did not. Did it really? How long could that be? Good grief. What, 20 carriages or something? 30 carriages? Or maybe even, dare I say it, 100 carriages? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's pretty absurd. Absurd, if that was the case. Well, this world is full of surprises, that's for sure. If that was to be the case. Right, let's unlock the doors. Oh, that train's taken off down the tracks, has it? No, it hasn't. I want to see what livery it is. It's a 100, it's quite hard to read actually, 125 years, 1889 to 2014, going from Annie Wanai to there. 125 years. Well, that's when it was celebrated in 2014. It'll be close to 135 years when it reaches 2024. Blimey, how fast time flies. Well, we just have to wait until 4 minutes past the hour in the game, which is 2200, which actually is just turned to 2200 hours in the United Kingdom, where I am. Not too bad. Gemula, 1,906 meters long. Good grief. Wow, that is long. How on earth would it have coped with those steep gradients? I don't know when that took place for the world's longest passenger train, but I'm sure it was before the strict safety guidelines of today was installed on the Arosa line. Alright, there we go. No, we're not finished quite yet. We've got to go into the sidings. Number 3 to be exact. Let's just see. No sidings to deal with. Let's head into the siding. Put it level 2. Level 2. Number 2 for the traction throttle wheel. That's going a bit too fast actually. I do not want to derail right at the end. Oh, I like this little depot. Quite snug for these locomotives. Well, in there that is. Don't want to be in the cold blizzard at night, that's for sure. And there we go. Hey, we finished it. It took me just under an hour and 7 minutes. We stopped at Chur, went via Untersachs, stopped at Lune Castile, Langweis. Or did we go via that? I'm not sure. Can't remember. Oh no, we stopped there. Litzeruti went via Haspelgruber, and then finally stopped, terminated the service at Arosa before then, running the train empty stock into the Arosa line siding number 3. Well, there we are. That concludes this stream, the last stream of the year. What a year it's been, streaming wise. Been great to get back into the streaming side of things this year. Had a lot of fun on a variety of routes, old and new, a lot of trains, old and new. And I hope you did enjoy it as well. I really appreciated all the support and, nice words you've, said to me and streams, be it when you're live or not live, just how much you enjoy it. And I really enjoy doing it. So all I can say is a big thank you to all of you that watch the streams live or on playback. And the next stream, I don't know when it will be, but it will be earlier in the new year. And but I do know what piece of content it will be. It will be on the upgraded Isle of Wight with the BR class 484 multiple unit. So I'll put up a little community post on my YouTube channel as to when the next stream will take place. But I would just like to say thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful and safe Christmas and New Year with your family and close friends. And I would like to say for the final time, I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Take care.